What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my next new video, Behind the Canvas with your boy, Tranter147. And in this video, we'll be looking at Grant Wood's American Gothic. We've seen this picture everywhere, haven't we, folks? We know what this picture is. We've seen it in a lot of places. It's been parodied a lot as well. And I've just realised that I'm 2 subscribers away from hitting 50. Now, I've had the channel now for calling to YouTube 14 years, and if I could get 50 subs by Christmas, I'll do something special. Maybe like, I don't know, like like tour of my room or something. I don't know. I might review every single one of my pictures that I've done on Facebook. I think it's like 258. I might do a drunk a drunk review going through all my artwork that I've done for the last 10 years or so on Facebook. But that's what happens if it's going to get to 50. I know only 1 or 2 people are going to listen to this, but you know, I only do this for fun. I don't really care really. But yeah, let's get into it. Grant Wood, American Gothic. Let's learn a little bit about Grant Wood's life first, shall we? Grant Wood was born in 1891 near Anamosa, Iowa, after the death of his father. The family moved to Cedar Rapids, where Wood finished his high school education. He studied art in Minneapolis and Chicago, and traveled frequently to Europe in the 1920s. After being initially influenced by Impressionism and Post-Impressionism, his later style drew heavily on the old Flemish masters, whose work he studied in various museums, including Munich's Alta I can't pronounce that. Alta Pinakothek. From 1934 until shortly before his death, Wood taught at the School of Art and Art History of the University of Iowa, which is where James T. Kirk is from, I believe. He died in 1942 in Iowa City, aged 50. So he died pretty young. So that's Grant Wood's little biography there. So let's crack on about American Gothic, shall we? Grant Wood is one of the few artists whose fame is based almost entirely on a single work of art. American Gothic, which has become a universal icon of the 20th century American art, its popularity is demonstrated by the numerous parodies that have appeared in movies, advertising and comic strips, and which still continue to flourish decades after the painting was first created. When Grant Wood showed this painting for the first time in 1930 at the Art Institute of Chicago and won a prize for it, it caused quite a stir. At first, the I can't pronounce that word. Minutely detailed painting of a farmer and his daughter, Wood used as his models his own sister and his dentist, provoked contradictory reactions. Wood was accused of ridiculing the Puritan lifestyle of people living in the American Midwest through the humorless double portrait. Wood, who had himself grown up and lived in Iowa, always firmly rejected this assertion. In fact, he campaigned for the traditions of his region and for rural communities, and in a radical departure from the abstract art movements of his time, he founded a school of painting he called Religionalism. Wood travelled to Europe on several occasions, studying in Paris and Munich, among other places, and this brought him into contact with the most recent developments in art. On his visits to museums, however, he was more impressed by the works of Flemish old masters, and this contributed fundamentally to his realistic style of painting. Thus, Wood followed a path similar to that of the contemporary painters of the New Objectivity movement in Germany. That was my phone, sorry. In this tightly composed painting, both figures are shown frontally in half-length portraits. While the woman gazes into the distance, the man looks the viewer directly in the eye. He holds a pitchfork, a symbol of his occupation, whose free, prolonged form is echoed in the seams of his overalls. This motif can also be found inverted in the Gothic-style window of the building in the background, from which the title of the painting is also derived. The style of architecture is called Carpenter Gothic, or Gothic Revival, as these primarily wooden buildings recall the forms of Gothic architecture. The painting was brought by the Art Institute of Chicago the year it was made, and quickly became famous throughout America via the press. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, in particular, American Gothic became increasingly seen as the expression of the determined will to survive on the part of many hard-hit rural communities who often saw themselves as the inheritors of the pioneering spirit of early settlers. There we go, my friends. American Gothic by Grant Wood. Thank you very much for listening, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I never ask for people to subscribe to my channel because it's not very good. But yeah, if you want to subscribe, get me to 50. Hit that milestone. I want to hit that 50 milestone. I think it'd be fantastic. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.